Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. So, I was born and raised in North London, lived here my whole life, and when I was in school, the big talk in terms of movies was about Harry Potter. It was always talked about when I was in primary school and secondary school. It was around those years where these movies came out. They came out, I think the first one came out when I was in year 1, and the last one came out when I was in secondary school, like year 11, I think? No, I think it was before that. Either way, like, it was the most talked about thing in terms of movies. In terms of movies, anyway. Football was talked about more. But in terms of movies, that was the talked about thing. Whether it was at school or somewhere else. I guess it's just like what Marvel has been the past 10 years. That's what Harry Potter was back then. It was the big franchise, the big movie franchise that everyone watched. And everyone spoke about it. And I'm one of the people who missed out. And why did I miss out? Well, I wasn't allowed to watch it for religious reasons. Yes, apparently the pastor at church said it was not Christian-like to watch it, so my mum went with it and said you cannot watch Harry Potter ever. So I couldn't watch Harry Potter growing up. I wasn't allowed to watch it, so I never got the chance to do it. So yeah, that's just how it is. I guess it's because of the witchcraft, but I also wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon for some reason, also for religious reasons. I'm just like, what's anti-Christian about Pokemon? I still don't understand to this day. I asked for a reason, to this day I'm just like, I never get a proper answer. That one's even weirder, I think. That one's even weirder. At least this one they give a reason, but that one they're like, no Pokemon, no Digimon. But why? No. They don't tell you why. It's all stupid. It's all stupid. Like, I remember going to another church, and like half of them watched Harry Potter, so it's like it's inconsistent between churches as well. It's really weird. Some churches are like it's bad. Other churches are like, yes, watch it, very nice. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. But if you want to let me know why Harry Potter and Pokemon are considered unchristian, then let me know. But either way, I'm 25 years old, so I'm going to watch these no matter what. So I'm going to start watching them. There's a thing in the UK called Now TV, and they have access to a lot of Warner Brothers library. They're basically like, in America you have HBO Max. We don't have that in the UK, mainly because of Now TV, owned by Sky. They have this big deal with Warner Brothers, and because of that we can't get HBO Max, which is kind of annoying, but that's just how it is. But we have a thing called Now TV, and they have a movie thing, they have a sports thing separately, a movie thing, entertainment thing. And I've used their entertainment pass, their sports pass, but I haven't ever used their movie pass. They got Sky Movies, they got a big library of movies. And I'm not going to pay for it, but they do have a 1-week trial, which is more than enough time to watch these movies. So let's start with The Philosopher's Stone. Oh yes, let's do this. I'm pretty sure I saw on another site it said Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know why it said that. Philosopher's Stone, I'm pretty sure is the actual title. Anyway, yeah, let's do this. For some reason I always thought this was 7 movies, and technically it is. It's 8 movies though. It's just that the last one is definitely Hallows, and there's a part 1 and a part 2. In a way like Infinity War and Endgame. 1 year after the other. These movies came out quite quickly, didn't they? They came out quite fast, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watch. I'm literally like 2 minutes in, so I can't really like form an opinion yet. But I'm intrigued. I honestly, like, even though it was talked about a lot, I don't get a lot of spoilers somehow. I know Voldemort. That's about it. I don't know how I've avoided spoilers so well, but yeah. Also on Now TV they show you which movie is like which in order, so that's really useful. I'd rather not Google. I prefer not to Google. I prefer to know. Not to Google which one's first. But yeah, it just shows you, like, it shows you on each movie. It shows you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. It literally just shows you the order. So that's really useful. Anyway, yeah. A lot of people are screaming right now. So I'm just watching the "You're a Wizard, Harry" scene, and all I can think of is the meme. You know, the parody meme that's on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. But if you have seen it, you know exactly what I'm on about. I have seen that parody, and it's hilarious. So seeing it in the movie it's cool, you know. The scene works in the movie as well, which is great. Not quite funny, not quite as funny as the meme, but it's not meant to be funny. It's meant to be part of the storyline. I like. Now I can see where they got that meme from, so that's good. It's always great when you get references more. You know the platform 9 3/4 scene? I was genuinely like, I was half expecting him to smash into the wall and not do it for some reason. I was kind of expecting that. I've watched too many movies. I've watched too many movies where characters fail at first and then succeed. But I really thought he'd smash into the wall, but nah, it worked, it's all good. We have a nice steam train. I tell you what, for a 2001 movie, the effects hold up quite well. I've just seen the scene with the massive troll that they're fighting. The effects look good, you know. 2001, a long time ago, 20 years ago. 20 years ago this movie came out. Well, I don't know what month it was, but it was in 2001, obviously. It's 2021 now. Time has flown. Time really has flown, but yeah, I like the effects in this. The effects are good. And the story is decent so far. I like where they're going with this. So I'm intrigued to see... also, Snape is sus. I don't know what it is about him, but he is sus. I know nothing about Snape. I've seen a meme of him. I think you know what meme I'm talking about. But I don't know anything about Snape. But he looks fishy. He looks fishy. 100%. I want to punch him. You know, this movie has explained to me what Quidditch is. And I'm currently watching the Quidditch, I can't pronounce it, Quidditch scene. And I'm still confused at what's going on. How does this game work? Yes, Gryffindor wins. I still have no idea how this game works, but yes. So I mentioned earlier how Snape was quite fishy. And all I'm going to say is it's the characters you don't expect that turn out to be not so good as they seem. And I'll leave it at that. There's a very interesting twist here. There's 22 minutes left in the movie, and this twist is it surprised me for sure. Yeah, so I just finished the first one and it was quite good. I think the next one came out a year later. How did these guys make 8 movies in 10 years? They were on a grind. On a grind. I know a lot of companies do that now anyway, a lot of franchises do it, but back then, you know, one franchise having 8 movies in 10 years, I appreciate the grind, I really do. Anyway, this video is already going on a while. I've already started editing and it's already going on a while. But yeah, 7 movies to go. I don't know if I'm going to finish it this week. I might have to delay this episode to next week and watch something else for this week because it's Wednesday now. I didn't realize these movies are 2.5 hours each. For some reason I thought that they'd be shorter. I could watch like 2 movies a night, but I finished work at 10 p.m. so I can watch one, go to sleep. I might try and watch 2 tomorrow. It's Wednesday now. Tuesday was my day off. I should have really watched something and watched a couple of them. Don't know what I was thinking there. I got the weekend off though. I got the weekend off, so I'll be able to watch some more movies, more of these movies, and hopefully I can watch them all by Sunday. But I got to record other things for my channels and got a Twitch channel to stream on, so we'll see. But hopefully I can get through these 8 movies. Alright, so yeah, so far so good though. So yeah, roll on Thursday. Hello again. So I'm actually 90 minutes into the Chamber of Secrets. I almost forgot to record my thoughts, but it's already better than the first one. I did like the first one, but it felt a lot like a setup to the rest of the movies, to be honest. It felt like it was setting up for something bigger, but it was still good. I still liked the premise of it. I liked the setup and everything, but it felt like a setup. It felt like that's what it was. And it felt like I definitely needed more after that one. And watching the second one, I think is a big improvement. I think it's really good so far. And that Malfoy kid's a prick. I can tell you that. But I don't think he's really a villain. He's a bully, but I don't know. I just got a feeling that he won't be as much of a prick down the line. I might be wrong though, but right now he's a massive prick. That's for sure. Also, Ron. I swear Ron, every time I see him, he always looks like he's about to cry. Every time you see him, he looks like he's about to cry. Is it just me? I don't know. Oh yeah, just remembered the start of the movie where, like the last movie I mentioned, how I was kind of expecting Harry to run into the wall in that scene. And well, it happened in this movie, so What I thought would happen in the first one happened in the second one. This basilisk is terrifying. What on earth? Also, the effects are holding up really well. Alright, so I've just finished watching the second movie and I really enjoyed it. I think there's after credits in this as well. I checked on websites, like which Harry Potter movies have after credits, and apparently the second and third one do at least. I haven't checked the rest, so I'm gonna wait. But yeah, it is Thursday. Well, it's actually Friday now, 22nd of May. Sorry, May? May? It's January, the 22nd of January, 2021. It's 2021, it's crazy. And it's 4 AM almost, so there's no time for another movie. I've got work tomorrow, or today actually. So yeah, I'm not going to get this done by this week, so this will be a week later. This is going to take me 2 weeks to watch. Unbelievable. But actually no, I need to watch it before my trial ends actually, but I got the weekend off work, so a couple movies each day, movie on Friday, you know. One of them is 3 hours long, so yeah, that's bad. I didn't... Like, for some reason, like, I watched Back to the Future and I watched Indiana Jones the past couple of weeks for the first time, and I thought, hey, they were all 2-hour movies. These won't be that long. Nah, they're at least 2.5 hours each, so I don't mind, but just not going to be able to watch all of it in the same week. But yeah, the previous week will be whatever you saw the previous week, because you've already seen it, so unless you haven't, but it'll be up by then. But I'm going to record that after I record half of this, which is a bit weird, but yeah, I don't know how long this video will be at the end of it, but the way it's going right now, it might be quite a long video, but I honestly don't mind. I've been looking forward to watching these for a long time, and I'm glad I'm finally watching them. Yeah, okay, the after credits wasn't really anything that I was kind of expecting some sort of teaser. No, it was just something random. Anyway, yeah, I'll watch the third movie when I watch it, probably on Friday night. I am 12 minutes in to The Prisoner of Azkaban, and it's been an interesting start. It's been a very weirdly funny start to the movie with Marge and that triple-decker bus. It's been all sorts of weird. I don't know where this is going, but we'll see. There's someone trying to kill Harry, and they're playing Quidditch in a thunderstorm. These lot are moving mad. There's a really good twist an hour into the movie. I'm really intrigued right now. Why does Sirius look like Post Malone? Actually, no, you know what? It was just me for a second. He doesn't know Post Malone anymore. In one scene he did. Wait, Scabbers was actually... Okay, you know what? My mind is blown right now. The amount of twists in this movie. We have time travel in this one. It just gets more and more interesting as it goes along, this movie. Definitely the best one so far. I'm not even finished yet. There's literally like half an hour left. I'm intrigued to see where this is going. I really am. Well, that was good. So it's 2:30 in the morning. I have not got work tomorrow, but I got delivery. But they have texted me saying it's coming in the afternoon. So, do I watch Goblet of Fire? Yes, I do. The Irish kid cracks me up, man. He doesn't talk much. He says like a few words every movie, but every time he speaks, it's hilarious. Wait, hang on. Did I just see Robert Pattinson? I swear I just saw Robert Pattinson. According to Google, I actually did. He's in the Goblet of Fire. So, I was like, wait, is that Robert Pattinson? He hasn't aged much, to be honest. So, like, it looks quite similar. That dragon, though. That thing is OP. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a Chinese girl with a Scottish accent. It sounds weird. I don't mean it to sound like in a bad way. I'm just saying it sounds like it doesn't fit. And I know the actress is actually Scottish, but obviously she's Chinese as well. But still, like, it just sounds strange. Like, I don't know. It's very random. Also, this movie is random. There's a lot of weird things in this. David Tennant's in this one. I'm being surprised left, right and centre here. So there's a huge character reveal in this. And this movie just got so much better. There's half an hour left, so I'm at that point right now. This movie is so damn good right now. It's gotten really good these past 10 minutes. And I am halfway through the movies. I've just finished The Goblet of Fire, and this was definitely the best one so far, for sure. The last one and this one have really knocked it out of the park, I think. They've also been quite creative with their credits. The last one, Azkaban credits, was quite cool the way they did it, and they're doing something unique here as well. So I don't know why I'm talking about the credits, but I don't know. They've been creative with the credits, is the point. But anyway, the movie's been good, and that big reveal was well, it was quite something. It was quite something for sure. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of it goes. And I can't watch them now because first of all, it's 5 a.m. Second is delivery tomorrow, or today. And also, I am knackered. Come back from work, got the weekend off. It's Saturday now and I need to sleep. I need to get some sleep first of all, before anything. So yeah, I look forward to watching the next movie though for sure, especially after the ending of this. So I just started The Order of the Phoenix, and yeah, it's crazy how quickly these characters grow up. Obviously I know, I mean I don't know them, but I know the actors in real life. I've seen recent photos of them actually, and obviously they're adults now, but in terms of this franchise, when you look at them in the first movie, the way they grow up so fast, especially when you consider how fast these movies came out, and they probably filmed even faster as well. And the fact that they've grown up so damn quick, so quickly throughout these movies is kind of crazy. I'm only on the fifth one as well, but yeah, it's actually Monday night. Couldn't watch anything on the weekend because my TV arrived, and also had a lot of things to record for YouTube. But yeah, I should. It's a week late, but I should get it up for the following week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing it. I did speak to someone who's a fan of these movies, and he said it gets worse after the fourth one. I am more optimistic, so really though, I'm enjoying it so far, especially the way the fourth one ended. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes from here, because you know the way the fourth one ended was just crazy, that reveal and everything. So yeah, I want to see what happens in this, and it's been 15 minutes, and so far it's intriguing, that's for sure. It's also nice to see the legend that is Gary Oldman. It's fantastic. I know it's a big franchise, so you would expect big names to be in there anyway, but still, like seeing legends like that, there's so many great actors that have been in this series, it's great. I now understand why Snape was so harsh to Harry in the first few movies. I get it. There's always a backstory. There's always a backstory behind every villain. He's not really a villain though, but still, point still stands. Alright, just finished Order of the Phoenix, and yeah, it was pretty good. I kind of wanted more out of it, considering how the fourth one ended. I kind of wanted to see a lot more of a certain something, but the finale was crazy, and it was certainly quite interesting. Some parts of it felt a bit rushed, I think, but other parts of it felt a bit too slow at the same time. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting for sure. At times quite emotional as well. But yeah, next up, I'm pretty sure it's the longest one, right? It's a 3-hour one. It's what do you call it? Half-Blood Prince. That one's next. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. It's definitely got my interest. I've definitely gained interest over these movies more and more. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the last. Well, there's 3 more now, so yeah, we're getting there, and soon enough I'll have finally watched these movies about a couple of decades too late. Ron is a very awkward person, man. It's cringy at times as well. Great character, just very, very awkward. I'm watching Half-Blood Prince, by the way. I'm literally like, I'm 50 minutes in. Didn't realize I was that far in, jeez. Look, listen, I'm halfway through, and I don't dislike what I'm seeing. Don't dislike it, but it feels a little too slow. It feels a lot like build-up. It feels like they're building up to this grand finale, but that's what it feels like. It feels like build-up. We're 6 movies in, and it still feels like build-up. But that's the thing, though. Like the second, third, and fourth movies, they did not feel like build-up. They felt, felt like the story was driving forward. This one, and quite a bit of the last one as well, it's felt a lot like build-up. It's been quite slow. Again, I don't dislike it. I'm still intrigued by what I'm seeing. I'm still interested. But I still feel like, especially with this one, it feels a lot like build-up, and it feels a little too slow as well. But yeah, I'm still intrigued to see what happens in this movie. But I feel like definitely Hallows will be like the grand finale that I've been waiting. There's so many parts of this movie I'm just like, I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for something to happen, and nothing happens. So Yeah, I'm getting a lot of information though from the dialogue, so at least there's that. Ron is in love with a girl he hasn't met. That reminds me of a guy I know called Jord. And I'll leave it there. Half an hour left and something is finally happening. Wait, what? He killed... Okay, you know what? I'm trying not to spoil. I'm trying not to do any hard spoilers in this. But someone killed someone. And it's pretty... It's a huge scene. I kind of saw it coming, but I also didn't expect it at that time. Damn, man. Well, that ending was emotional, that's for sure. A very emotional ending to a movie that was rather underwhelming, I think. Yeah, that's what it felt like to me. As I mentioned earlier, it felt like a build-up, and I think it was the weakest entry so far. So yeah, hopefully the final two movies, the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, are a fantastic finale. I hope so anyway, because the last two movies have not quite been as great as the previous four, but I have good high hopes for the last two for sure. I am half an hour into the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and I gotta say it's already better than the previous two movies. So far, it's really good. Cannot wait to see where they go with this. I have just finished Deathly Hallows Part 1. I'm about to see Part 2 right now, straight away. I cannot wait. Part 1 was good, I think. The way they ended it as well. It wasn't really a cliffhanger, but it also kind of was a cliffhanger. But the way they ended it, if it was me in like 2010 when this came out, having to wait a year for what happens next was would be quite the wait. I know that feeling because of Infinity War Endgame, but still, like, imagine having to wait a year after Part 1. But yeah, I only had to wait a few minutes, so here I am about to watch Part 2 and the final movie of the franchise. I'm looking forward to it. I've mostly enjoyed this so far. I'll tell you my full thoughts after this for sure. Also, this one is the shortest one, which is kind of weird. Usually the finale is the longest bit of any franchise. Also, that Dobby scene was sad, man. So there's a big scene about 1 hour 15 minutes into the movie. Harry sees a vision, sort of a flashback of two characters having a conversation. If you know, you know. I'm trying not to spoil it. But wow, what a scene. And done. Finally, I finally watched these. After all these years, I finally managed to get around to watching them. And in my defense, I wasn't allowed to at first anyway. But anyway, yeah, this overall, it was pretty good. I didn't love it, but I did like it. I liked the movie series a lot. I didn't love it though. I think I would have liked it more if I grew up with it like everyone else did my age, but that's not the case. I just liked it. I wouldn't buy it on Blu-ray, but if it was on TV, I mean, there's 8 movies, but if one of them was on TV, I'd probably watch it. But aside from that, I wouldn't buy it again. If it was on a streaming service, maybe I'd watch it, you know, in my own time. But yeah, it's not something I'd rewatch over and over again. I just think it's good. It was enjoyable. Most of it was anyway. I think the 5th one and the 6th one, they're a bit too slow and they felt like they dragged a bit. I think the Phantom movies definitely improved on that. I think the high point were the 2nd, 3rd and 4th movie, especially the ending of the 4th one was really damn good. But yeah, I think the first half was definitely, the first 4 movies were definitely stronger than the second half, than the second set of movies. But overall it was good, I think. Overall it was very interesting. If I was to rank them, I want to try and rank them, but I think it'd be too hard. I don't want to make a separate video about this, I'll just do it now actually. So I put the 4th one first, so that's what? Prisoner of Azkaban? No, sorry, Goblet of Fire I think was the best one, honestly. Followed by Prisoner of Azkaban. Followed by Deathly Hallows Part 2. And then I would say Chamber of Secrets, then Deathly Hallows Part 1, and then Philosopher's Stone, and then Order of the Phoenix, and finally Half-Blood Prince. I have no intention of watching Fantastic Beasts. I've heard good things about the first one, not so much about the second one, but let me know if it's worth it. But yeah, overall my opinion is it was good, it was worth watching. I just don't love it. I like it, it's fine, and it's interesting. I wouldn't rewatch it many times. I wouldn't buy it either, but it was definitely worth checking out for me. And overall, I'd rank the franchise an 8 out of 10, and I'm not going to rank each movie because that's just long. But yeah, aside from the 5th and 6th one, overall it's pretty solid, I think, and I certainly enjoyed watching it. Also, the very finale was good, and I'm not talking about the last movie as a whole. I mean, it was a good movie, but I mean, like, in terms of the movie itself, the finale of it, say the last 30-40 minutes, was so good. It was I love it the way they ended it. The climax of it was good. There was a bit of a, I guess you could say, an epilogue afterwards, and it was fine. Was it necessary? Yeah, I guess, yeah, to be fair, I would have liked to see that anyway. So, yeah, I think it wasn't necessary. Like, it didn't need to be there, but I quite liked the scene. So, yeah, the way they ended it, I was more than happy with. I was fine with. I have looked up on Twitter literally just now. As soon as I finished the movie, I just looked up on Twitter Harry Potter ending, and there's quite a few people who don't like the ending. So yeah, but I thought it was fine. I thought, like, yeah, all right, that was a nice little ending there. Never going to read the books, so yeah. Apparently the books, the way the books ended, a bit more frustrating. Apparently, that's what I'm reading on Twitter, but those are other people's opinions, not mine. I haven't read the books, but in terms of the movies, I think they ended it quite nicely. And the climax of the battle, the final battle, was just crazy, and the climax of it was just pretty damn mad. And yeah, that's all I have left to say. So I finally watched these movies. Happy to have watched them. And yeah, there's not many. I mean, there are quite a few more movies that I missed out on that I need to watch. But in terms of like franchises, I feel like I've caught up on a lot now. Although I've never seen Ghostbusters, so I might need to add that onto the list. Anyway, yeah, that's another episode down. Might be the longest episode of the year, to be honest, considering this one's about 8 movies in a row. But yeah, we'll see where Movie Monday goes from now. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.
I should go, no, I don't wanna let you down.